Hey, welcome back to RamZland. Today we're going to create a density bottle using styrofoam beads. Check this out. All I'm using in this investigation are two 250 milliliter Erlenmeyer flasks. These are styrofoam beads, a little piece of cardboard, and a funnel to get all the beads into one of these flasks. So the first thing you want to do is use a funnel and try to get as many of your foam beads to go into the flask. And you might have to shake them down a little bit. But you want to fill one container completely with those foam beads, and then you're going to fill the other flask with water. When you invert them, the essential question is, what makes the beads move from one flask into the other? Check it out. Okay, step 2 is you're going to fill your second flask with water, and you want to fill it all the way to the top. Then when you filled it to the top, you're going to put a small 3x5 card over the top so it's touching the water. So you want it to brim just a little bit. And when you cover it with a card, you can tip it upside down and the atmospheric pressure outside the flask will hold the water inside the flask. So I'm going to tip it upside down. Let's see if the water stays. Atmospheric pressure is holding the water in. Now put it over your second flask and line it up best you can, and you're going to slowly move that card away. Now remember, the essential question is, what makes the beads go from the bottom flask to the top flask? I'm going to slowly move my card away. I don't want to spill too much water. Okay, here it goes. So what made those styrofoam balls float to the top? Well, the water was more dense than the styrofoam. Remember, it was Archimedes in 287 BC who discovered that if objects were less dense than water, they would float. And so when the water in the top flask came down to the bottom flask, since its density was greater than the styrofoam balls were forced into the top flask. Remember, density is an object's mass divided by its volume. I hope you enjoyed today's edition of RamZland, and I'll see you next time. If you enjoyed this presentation, be sure to remember to like and subscribe.